And our last one tonight, I think, is the one we were probably most excited about. We both gave it the same rating, which we'll give at the end. And here's the thing. I watched Smile when it came out in theaters, and I didn't watch it again until it came out. Actually, I watched it yesterday again for the second time. So I was refreshed in it. Did not remember it that well. I think Barbarian kind of overshadowed it for me, but
sure did. I agree.
No, going back, man, Smile was so good. But Smile 2. If you guys don't know what Smile is, go back and check it out. It's on Paramount Plus. But I will tell you, when it comes to Smile 2, do not be deceived by the title. You can watch this without watching the first one and still get it. Yeah. But it's so much nicer, and you can connect all the dots. This opening, they brought Kyle Gallner back from the first one. Well done. I was very happy about that. And how it progressed all the way through. Naomi Scott deserves so much credit. She plays Sky Riley, who is a giant Taylor Swift type of star coming back after a huge accident. She got really bad into drinking and drugs and like got in this horrific car accident while driving with her boyfriend at the time, who was a big actor. He died. She got really hurt. You find out what happened. They were fighting and she was so high. She caused the accident. I'm not going to say how, and you guys will find out when you watch it, but she caused the accident, which is even more trauma for her. And if you've seen Smile, you know the demon that is haunting with this feeds off of trauma. The worse, the better. And this was a terrible trauma she went through. She's now coming back to her tour, finally, after so much recuperating, rehab, all this other stuff. And everything's counted on her. All the people who are getting paid for this, everything. They're all counting on her to not mess up again, to not be that person who let everyone down. She's trying to be different, and she gets infected by this demon.
Bad.
I think Naomi Scott was wonderful. I think this movie's better than the first one because it takes it to levels in filmmaking that are better. There is a scary scene that actually took my breath away.
I hope it's the same scene.
That doesn't happen a lot in movies for me, especially horror movies. Like it's very like you could show gore, and I could kind of be like, "Oh man, that was crazy," but not take my breath away. Like, "Oh, this is wrong. This feels wrong." And that is the scene when she is in her apartment and she's running down that awesome mirrored hallway, and these what do you call them? Conformist actors.
Yes,
it's her dance troupe. You saw them earlier, but they're all smiling now. They're all. It's part of this whole demons thing. They're all like moving together down this hallway, and I cannot tell if it's CGI or if it's just the conformists working together, because and she's like, they're like coming over her. They film it so well, and then by the time she runs out and sees more of them out there and turns around, and the way they are, the way they're kind of set up. I hope I read that was choreographed, because that is an astounding feat in choreography, filmmaking, dance, the whole nine. And it was such a brilliant scene.
Yes.
All the way throughout. This movie keeps you enthralled. She keeps you enthralled. She is fantastic. You don't know what's real, what's not real, everything that plays out and how it ends, which I do not want to give up.
Yep.
We can kind of allude to some things. So Paul, what did you think? Tell me your opinion.
Oh my God. So I loved it. I need to watch Smile 1 because I liked Smile 1, but I love Smile 2. Yes. So I want to rewatch that. But that scene in particular, I was the first person when it first started happening. I audibly was like, oh shit. Because I was just, like you said, I was astounded. It was beautiful. I loved everything about that shot, the terror on her face. That's like a core fear of mine, because that reminds me of the Doctor Who episode with the weeping statues, where you got to look at them.
Weeping Angels. Yeah.
Thank you. Because that for whatever reason, that's a core nightmare in my head. So like the whole aspect that she was like staring at them and they didn't move, like I was like, oh fuck, you're bringing like an actual kind of core fear of mine out. And it looked terrifying, man, like them stacking up together and coming out. Holy shit, that scene, I want to watch it again just for that. But
yeah, this is another one, like we were talking about Cato Lake. This is another one. As soon as it ended, I was like, I'm gonna watch this again. There's some things I'm gonna find in this.
100% gonna have to watch it again.
And I love this fast.
So fast.
The first movie took a while.
So I'm just straight him going in for it, and it's like, oh, okay. Anyway, I'm not trying to give too much away.
Doing. And I didn't realize that was the same kid. That was the drug dealer.
Yeah.
So like, I did, as soon as I realized, I was like, oh, that's right. I was like, he was the kid that got infected, because I was thinking she was in the car accident and they were going to reveal that.
Right.
You know, they were driving and they accidentally killed him. I bit on the red herring on that one 100%.
Yep. Same.
But by the time you get to it and
Mhm.
it goes and unfolds the way it unfolds, man. Oh,
And
every aspect. The mom aspect. Oh.
The demon itself, I loved it because I love puppets. So the aspect that it was almost puppety, but it was a serious thing. Like, I'm not trying to down talk and be like, you guys, hey, it's a puppet, like blah blah blah. Just how it looked to me was almost puppet-esque, which to me is creepier because it made it look older. And like it didn't have to be terrifying for you to be scared, which makes it even scarier.
I agree, though. I agree with the
Yeah.
puppeteer. It almost feels puppeteering with the long legs and the long arms. But when he hooks the smile, because he does it a few times, it feels like that's a puppeteer trying to make a smile out of somebody. I know it is. It 100% is. Puppeteer, I think, fits perfectly. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, this was such a well done movie. I had such a good time with Smile 2. This is going to go down like the first one. I may watch again because I did like the acting and it was good. I thought everybody did a pretty good job. It was just the story wise, I was like, there were some unbelievable choices in characters.
Yeah.
To make the journey of her seeming crazy come off. Like the boyfriend, like you're straight up just going to roll out on her. You live with her. You know, like that's it. Like, yeah, you definitely should get married. Like you're a horrible human being, you know. But then to come to this, where everything sort of feels in play, everything is connected really well. Like I thought this was just it's a great jump. The only one of its biggest flaws, in my opinion, is not called Smiles, because I felt like calling it Smile because she only found one smile, but she is surrounded by smiles because she's always surrounded by people.
I like that.
And then by the third one, with as big as it gets at the end of this one, and I will save that for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And they are making another one.
Yes.
So I don't know how they're going to pull this off on such an amazingly grand scale, but they ended it well and cliffhangery enough. Because like this is one where you can end with a cliffhanger to a point, and it works. Because it's like this story is going to go on in some way, fashion, or somehow. And you never have to make another one, but it's still the implication's great. But if you make another one, call it Smiling.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Smiles, and smiling. I think that would just be a great. I don't know. I'm just now I'm pitching a fucking thing that so it doesn't matter if it's great or not. Who gives a shit? But I really did love Smile 2. Naomi Scott. She was in. I'm so glad she was in this because she was in Aladdin, which people liked. I liked it, and I thought she did great as Princess Jasmine. But I don't think it blew anybody out of the water from memory. You know, like that going on Power. She was in the Power Rangers movie, which again. She played Kimberly. She did a great job. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I had fun with it. But again, no staying power. She had like a series of like big movies that she was in, big properties she was in that just didn't seem to really go anywhere. I know it's not going to go anywhere with this one, but I want her to do more. She's such a good actor. It doesn't have to just be hard. What she did in this movie alone blows you away. Her performance, she carries everything. There's great acting with everybody in it. But she carries this 100%. She does so good. Oh, she does so good. Anyway, our ratings.
Hell yeah.
We both gave it a 3.5 out of 5. We really enjoyed this movie. We really liked it. That's
solid movie.
And a horror movie to get a 3.5 out of 5 from me, it has to be really freaking good. Like, that's not to say anything, but like, most are bad. Yeah, but that's our ratings for that. Thank you guys for watching that.